Hi, I'm Gilbert Mayor John Lewis, and I'm here to introduce our 2013 State of the Town. This year, we're doing things a little differently. This is a digital State of the Town. So exactly what does that mean? In our efforts to become leaders in digital government, we're not just telling you all about the progress our town has achieved and the changes you can look forward to. We're showing you. "2012 was an eventful year for Arizona and for Gilbert. It was also a centennial year, and Gilbert joined the celebration. Looking back at the last 100 years, in 1912, less than 1,000 residents lived and farmed in Gilbert. Our town was known as the hay capital of the world, but that's no longer the case. In the last 30 years, we've experienced unparalleled growth and expansion, and with it, recognition. In 2012, Gilbert was named the 33rd best place to live in the country. We've also been named one of the safest cities, and we hold the title of Most Playful City USA. These are just some of the many reasons more people are making Gilbert their home. Our housing permits jumped from 1,000 in 2008 to 2,400 in 2012. And we're not just expanding our population. Our 1,200 town employees are expanding and enhancing services. Our police and fire departments are working around the clock every day to keep our citizens safe. And town leaders like Manager Patrick Banger play a vital role in our high-performing government.
High-performing government would be no different than a high-performing organization. As Gilbert continues to grow, we get larger and we get more complex and our operations get more complicated. And so our job as an organization is to maintain the high level of customer service and excellence while minimizing the amount of internal bureaucracy, cost associated with delivering those services, and the effectiveness of our personnel is maximized to the fullest extent possible. One of the first things we undertook was redefining and reviewing our current mission, vision, and values. It is one of the most fundamental things for any organization in identifying our culture, identifying what we stand for. Our mission is Gilbert is a service organization committed to enhancing the quality of life and serving with integrity, trust, and respect. Our vision statement is that Gilbert will become best of class in all lines of service. The 6 values that we identified are integrity, respect, accountability, innovation, learning, and communication. It now creates the foundation of our organization for our workforce so that every day when we come into work, everyone knows what's expected out of them, the commitment that we're going to make to our citizens and our businesses so that they in turn know what they can expect. One of the significant changes we made as part of this process was the rebranding of our communications department into the Gilbert Digital Initiative. That goes far beyond just utilizing the new tools for marketing and communications in social media with Facebook, with Twitter. And that's going to help our residents understand what their government's doing, how they communicate with it, and hopefully get increased value from our services. The last major organizational initiative that we implemented this year is our Wildly Important Goals, or WIGs as we call them. And what this program allows us to do is execute on new projects and new cultural initiatives while also balancing and still delivering on the daily services that we do for our residents and businesses. A high-performing government. This is Gilbert.
Our council members also have wildly important goals to make Gilbert the best it can be for its residents. Improving services, opportunities, jobs, even transportation.
We have both things to be proud of and things to look forward to when it comes to 2012-2013 transportation improvements. There have been great transportation improvements to our road system over the last year. Chandler Heights, Riggs Road, in conjunction with that, the Power Road Corridor. We've also started construction on both Higley and Williamsfield, Higley and Baseline, and all of these are opportunities for us to continue to see ease of travel, ease of use of our road system in the town. One of the neat things that's been occurring is a joint project to understand the best commuter rail route between Phoenix and Tucson, and Gilbert is a top contender for that. You can imagine what it might look like to have a commuter rail station where our old rail siding once was, right in the heart of Gilbert. Connecting the community, this is Gilbert.
As we build new roads here in Gilbert, we're also paving the way for new businesses. Vice Mayor Ben Cooper is helping plan Gilbert's largest multi-use development.
Rivulon will be a great neighbor to residents here in Gilbert because not only will it bring employers and the high quality jobs that come with them, but there will be retail, restaurants, exercise facilities, entertainment uses, and that helps Gilbert in many ways. It diversifies our economy, it broadens our tax base, and it helps people spend more quality time with their families. Gilbert's best days are ahead of us as far as economic development is concerned. We have reached a point in our history where it is the time for jobs, and Gilbert is well poised for that. Economic development, this is Gilbert.
Businesses in Gilbert are also operating more smoothly, thanks to independent regulatory advocates. Councilmember Victor Peterson has been working with our local business leaders to reduce unnecessary regulations.
This is a pilot program we've recently begun, and so far it's been a huge success. We have organizations like the Small Business Alliance who are trained to sit down with our businesses and explain our regulatory structure. Now we're able to send people who don't have all the street smarts to the people who know. This will save our staff time, plus it will provide some very valuable, educated feedback. Because again, these are the groups who know how our regulations work. They'll know which regulations are necessary, and they'll also know which regulations we need to take a look at. Gilbert's Chamber of Commerce is also an advocate in the program. So the strength here is that we don't have additional bureaucracy created because we're utilizing existing advocacy groups. And we don't handpick who to send them to. We allow any group who wants to be certified as an independent regulatory advocate to go through our simple training program, and then we provide a list of all the certified advocates to every person who's trying to navigate our regulatory structure. Fiscal responsibility. This is Gilbert.
The heart of our business community is our small businesses. Our open to business culture will also be a priority for newly elected council member Jared Taylor.
2013 is going to be great. I'm looking forward to working with so many of the wonderful people on the town council and listening to citizens, learning more about the town. I'm here to champion our families, making sure we have a great, safe community for them to grow and raise their children, and also to champion our small business group, providing jobs, strengthening our economy, and all the great things that a strong, vibrant business community has.
Gilbert strives to provide efficient, best-in-class services. Another change that benefits business and residential growth happened this past year through the efforts of many, including the leadership of former Vice Mayor John Lewis, thanks to some unexpected inspiration.
When we did a remodel a couple years ago of our home, and my wife asked the architect, hey, I want to see the plans, can you send them to me? And he emailed them to her in a PDF. And I said, well, wait a minute, why can't we do that with all our plans? So I've just taken it upon myself to really push and try to get development services to be really lean and more efficient and do things faster. In 2012, we really get going with our electronic plan submittal and review. We don't have to hand distribute paper, and we can comment electronically back to our customers. Electronic plan submittal and review will eliminate all this paper, which is saving our customers a lot of money and is also saving the town money. To me, that's one of the major highlights for development services this year. My vision is when somebody brings a project to the town, they can do it all from a distance. They don't have to come down here. They do it all electronically. The faster that we can get our applications approved, get permits issued, the better it is for the town from an economic standpoint. Efficient development services. This is Gilbert.
Being a lean and efficient organization is important to us. One of the ways Gilbert leaders ensured efficiency this year was with a zero-based budget process. In simple terms, we would say that we built our budget from scratch. Councilmember Eddie Cook was heavily involved in the process.
This last fiscal year, with a fairly new town council and a new town manager, one of the most important pieces of information that we felt was truly understanding what does it cost to really maintain the level of services that we expect. With that, we came up with basically 3 points: zero-based budgeting, program-based methodology, as well as priority-based methodology, having every department really share with senior management what are those costs. And then once we know that and understand really how our revenues are, then we'll be able to allocate those funds. And that's really our focus, building the best-in-class budgeting. This is Gilbert.
As we make the most of our budget, Gilbert is able to provide best-in-class facilities and recreational areas for its citizens. Councilmember Jordan Ray has taken the council lead on a master plan to make Gilbert a great place to play.
The goal is looking 5, 10, 20, 30, 50 years down the road, making sure that we have good parks in the town of Gilbert, because many of us chose to come to Gilbert because of the parks, the open space, the ability to have our kids come out and play and enjoy the outside, enjoy playing sports, enjoy being here at the dog park. And so we want to make sure that we have the appropriate types of park, the appropriate quality of parks, all of which to continue to make this a clean, safe, and vibrant community. This is Gilbert.
Our parks, trails, and open spaces add to our quality of life and community livability. They're just some of the reasons residents are happy to call Gilbert their home.
It's safe, it's clean. Characteristics of a charming little town.
I like the kind of family atmosphere.
Joe's Barbecue.
You have that sense of community.
And the people are really friendly.
Just kind of feel like we all belong to something special.
This is Gilbert, a great place to live and work. A business-friendly community with thriving small, medium, and large businesses providing jobs, goods, and services for our community. Many of them are expanding right here in Gilbert. Here are a few examples.
We're working on developing and commercializing all of the different products that can be produced from algae. 2012 was a year of growth for us. We started out the year with about 35 employees and we ended the year with almost 80 employees. We're going to be building our commercial plant right here next to our facility. We'll probably, as a result of that, be hiring an additional 20 to 25 people. It was a great location environmentally for us, and the town of Gilbert has been great to work with. Commercial algae production. This is Gilbert.
This facility is part of EchoStar Corporation, which is a leading global provider of satellite operations and video distribution services. EchoStar manages the 4th largest commercial satellite fleet in the world. The predominance of the mild weather, clear skies give our customers a peace of mind that signal disruption is highly unlikely. Another reason that we located in Gilbert has to do with workforce. This community is close to Phoenix, and the metro area is home to many colleges and universities. And so we have a ready workforce of potential employees that have the engineering skills that we need. This facility has 180 local employees, including 52 residents from the town of Gilbert, and they directly benefit from the high-tech jobs that we provide. We here at EchoStar look forward to being a strong player in the video delivery and in the digital business marketplace here in Gilbert for many years to come.
Gateway Airport had an epic year in 2012 in passenger service growth. We've expanded the passenger terminal from 6 gates to 8, and we have plans in 2013 to go from 8 gates to 10. In 2011, we had just under 1 million passengers come through Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport, and in 2012, that went up to just under 1.4 million. Long term, when you're looking out 5, 10, 15 years, the plan is to build a terminal building on the east side of the airport. Gateway Airport is a fast, booming airport, and it has a major economic impact that benefits Gilbert residents. Providing passengers a choice, this is Gilbert.
Here at Orbital in Gilbert, we specifically have built the Landsat Data Continuity Mission satellite that was just shipped to the launch site at Vandenberg Air Force Base. It'll be launching February 11th, and we're looking forward to that being very successful.
Hey, closing the door.
Later this year, we're going to be putting together 81 satellites here for a program called the Iridium Next program. Well, right now we have approximately 300 employees that are at this site. We're hoping to be able to have that grow over the near term as we bring in more satellites to design, to build, and to test here. Science and technology, this is Gilbert.
Construction, like this new Banner Medical Clinic and the new Veterans Administration Outpatient Clinic announced for Gilbert, are examples of continued healthcare expansion. It's hard to believe that just over 7 years ago, Gilbert did not even have a hospital in our community. Now, our life science, biomed, and healthcare organizations have some of the most advanced facilities in the country right here in Gilbert. Two organizations provide the following update.
We were really happy that Thomson Reuters recognized Banner Health as one of the top 5 large health systems in the country. Getting a little closer to home, we were very pleased to get a $5 million grant from the James M. Cox Family Foundation for the ability to create the Cox Center for Integrative Oncology and Cancer Prevention. We continue to have a lot of clinical trials that we have open for individuals. One of them has to do with pancreatic cancer. Breast cancer trials as well are open. Leukemia, and we are just beginning to create our stem cell transplant and cellular therapy program, and many more are on the near-term horizon for us.
You've got intractable pain, so that's what he's in for.
Well, it means that people will have the opportunity to stay close to home and get highly integrated oncology care.
Here at Mercy Gilbert Medical Center, 2012 has been an exciting year. We continue to grow and expand our services with the community of Gilbert and surrounding areas. We now participate in over 20 clinical trials that are national and international in nature around the application of human stem cells in the treatment of cardiovascular disease. We've seen significant growth in orthopedic surgery at the hospital. We are also in the preparation stages for becoming a level 3 trauma center, and we are also on the front end of a planning process to expand our nursery. In Gilbert, you will have the ability to seek the best care close to home, to see the best doctors and be treated by the best nurses, and have truly a world-class hospital really right in your neighborhood, in your backyard.
Last year, the president of MD Anderson, Dr. Ronald DePino, made a visit to Gilbert and gave an inspiring message for our future. He said, "The world is counting on us." He was referring both to finding solutions to cancer and other innovations that might originate right here in Gilbert. The days of the hate capital of the world are long gone. As Gilbert grows and evolves, we hope someday soon we can say,
we are the algae production capital of the world.
We are the healing capital of the world.
And we are the cancer research capital of the world.
We are the satellite capital of the world.
We are sure to become the satellite, healing, cancer research, algae capital of the world. It's a future our children can count on. And with our local schools focusing on science, technology, engineering, and math, we will. Arizona State's University President Dr. Michael Crow recently shared a similar message as he spoke to community leaders about the future of education in Gilbert.
The thing that we have to do in terms of getting Gilbert college and career ready is to focus obsessively on innovation. The world that was the past is no more. It's really hard for people to understand this. It is no more. If we're really serious about this, we've got to get 100% of our children educated to what we think of as the 2013, 2015, 2020 level of what an American high school graduate needs to know. The central force in education must now be innovation.
It is current, it is up to date. We want to make sure that that curriculum is
at state-of-the-art level. In other words, we bring in and partner with businesses, universities to make sure that the curriculum is aligned and is cutting edge so that they're not behind, it's not an old curriculum, so that they are college and career prepared for jobs right here in Gilbert.
I see great things happening in education, especially for Gilbert Public Schools and other school districts in this area. Starting the Common Core Standards, which is an initiative we're going to join with 45 other states, and those standards will raise the rigor so they can compete and be world class.
We have students that are very successful in learning, and they are prepared to move on and advance not only through junior high but then into high school and then into the workforce ultimately, because we give them a solid foundational education here.
We will continue to make tremendous gains in student achievement and continue to be what I refer to as an economic engine, because I think quality schools bring businesses, attract people to live in our community, and I think we're the foundation that many communities rely on.
It takes lots of practice to swallow a cactus.
I think the future of education for Gilbert is just bright and exciting, and just for the additional pieces that we've got of choice. And not only do we have incredible district schools, our public school offerings, we've got a phenomenal group of private schools and of course charter schools. And whenever you look at additional pieces, charter schools seem to be looking at Gilbert every year to expand to. When we started here in Gilbert, we started with just 45 kiddos. This year, as a matter of fact, we're educating over 600. We'll be at full build out for us next year at 700. And so to be able to see that growth and provide those opportunities for our parents and for the town of Gilbert has been fantastic.
Developing lifelong learners.
Educational leaders.
World-class education.
This is Gilbert.
This is Gilbert.
This is Gilbert!
I could not have said it any better. Premier education, booming business possibilities, healthcare innovation, science, technology, advanced services. This is your home. This is my home. This is Gilbert.